Hello and welcome back. This is day 5. You've made it. Today we are working on core strength. Today is Stabilise. So this idea of building the strength not only through the abdominals, which we sometimes really associate with the core, but building strength around the entire spine. So we're supported, we feel strong, and we feel stable and sturdy. So we will come to meet in a shape on our backs, knees bent, and feet on the floor. So coming to land on your back with the soles of the feet on the floor, knees bent. Just allow yourself to settle in here for a few breaths. Getting reacquainted with this space, with your mat here on day 5. Acknowledge yourself for showing up today and for really committing to your practice. The hardest part is showing up. Let's start with a little bit of core work. We'll take the knees up to a 90-degree angle. Flex into the feet or point the toes. You could draw the knees close together, inner thighs drawing in. See if you can get a long line from the knees to the hips and then finding that 90-degree angle with the lower legs. And then really root down, close off that space between your low back and the mat, and notice how that already fires up the core. Good. We'll move through some heel taps. So pressing down into your mat with your palms. Take a breath in. On your exhale, without changing the shape of the legs, lower your right heel down to a tap, and then inhale, come back through center. Exhale, lower your left heel down. Inhale, center. Exhale to lower. Inhale, draw that knee back up. Exhale, lower left heel. Good. You could even change up this breath if you'd like to. You can kind of play with it, see what works. Maybe it's an exhale as you draw the leg back up and an inhale as you lower. Just seeing if you can keep that imprint of the low back. Added challenge, you might float the arms up, keeping the shoulder blades connected. And then just notice how without that kind of stabilization of the palms into the mat, we just add a little bit more work for the core. Good, staying active through those feet. Maybe finish one more on each side, connecting to your breath. And then hugging both knees in towards the chest, maybe a little roll from side to side along the sacrum. Good. You could hug the backs of the legs, or maybe you choose to roll off to one side. We're going to come to meet in child's pose, so however you would like to get there. Extending the fingertips forward. Knees can be wide, knees could come together. Softening your forehead down. The arms could drape forward. They could even drape back behind you for a few breaths. Sending some spacious breaths into the back of the rib cage. Good. Reaching the fingertips forward now. Spread them really wide and ignite your arms. Take a breath in, pull yourself forward through to your tabletop. And then on your exhale, making any adjustments that you'd need to feel like the joints are really stacked. Let's move through some cow and cat spine. Inhale to let your belly drop down. Glide your chest forward, lift your tail. Exhale, round into your spine. Press the floor away from you. Puff up between the shoulder blades. Inhale again, glide your chest forward, lift your tail, lift your gaze. Exhale to round your spine, really push the mat away from you. Last one, inhale, glide forward, open through your chest. And exhale to round your spine, puff up between those shoulders. Come back to a neutral spine, tuck your toes. Let's just float the knees for a few breaths here. Finding that fire once again through the belly. Feel like you're wrapping your rib cage in towards the center line of your body. Extend the crown of your head forward. Take a full energizing breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out if you feel the need or the urge to. Kind of blended those words together there. And then really push into the mounds of your fingers, the knuckles. Good. Let's send the heels towards the back edge of the mat for a breath. Lift your hips. Take a breath in, ripple forward into your high plank. On your exhale, like you're gliding across the ceiling, reach your hips back towards your heels and then send your hips high back to downward facing dog. That's your flow. Inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, shift your hips back towards your heels, send your hips high, downward facing dog. Do that one more time. Breathe and come forward, high plank. Exhale, shift back, lift your hips, downward facing dog. One breath in, one breath out. Look forward on an inhale. On your exhale, travel to the top of your mat. You could take lots of little steps. You could take 2 big steps. Folding forward. Bend into your knees and start to sweep your palms along the fronts of your legs, rolling yourself up, coming to stand in mountain pose, Tadasana. Take a breath in and a breath out. Let's flow. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale to fold forward, maybe pulling palms towards the center of your heart or opening them out to the side. Halfway lift on your inhale, hands on shins, long spine. Exhale to fold, step back, find that high plank once again. Take a breath in. On your exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Extend your toes back behind you. So a little bit of spine strength here. Again, this is core work as well. And press into the tops of your feet. Strong legs and glutes. Inhale, baby cobra. Draw your shoulder blades back and down. Exhale to lower. You could even reach your fingertips back behind you or keep your palms where they were. Take a breath in again. Lift up. And exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, lift. Stay for your exhale, perhaps float toes, knees, thighs, maybe even lifting the palms up off of the floor. All of those add-ons are optional, building strength across the spine, all of those little muscles along the spine for one more breath. Exhale, lower everything down. Plant your palms underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. You could push through your table or maybe all the way up through to plank on an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Full breath in. Full breath out. Next, inhale, send your right heel high up. On your exhale, shift forward like you're coming into your plank. Draw that knee towards your nose, round your spine. Maybe even give your knee a little kiss. Inhale, kick that right heel high up again. Exhale, this time bring the right knee towards your right elbow, shift forward. Nice. Inhale, lift up high. Exhale, cross over your body, right knee to left elbow, maybe even left tricep. Inhale, kick it up high. Exhale, draw it forward and then step through. Good. Let that heel land, maybe shimmying the heel a little bit forward so it comes underneath the right knee. And then rotate that left heel down, setting yourself up for warrior two, windmill, left arm up, right arm up. We land Virabhadrasana two. Stable through the legs, stable through the core. Yeah, energetic through those arms. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, windmill your hands down to frame your front foot. Step back to your high plank. You might even choose to float those back toes. Take a flow, or you could skip it. We meet in downward facing dog. Maybe it's baby cobra. Maybe the spine already feels ready for upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, one big breath in. And a big breath out. Right foot plugs in. Breathe in, left heel high. Exhale, shift forward. Find that plank, drawing knee towards your nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick the left heel high. Exhale, shift forward again, this time left knee, left tricep. Inhale, come up with that heel. Exhale, cross it over your body. Tap the right elbow. Last time, inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw knee towards your nose and step it through. Good. Plant that right heel down. And then when you're ready, windmill, right arm forward and up, left arm up, warrior two. Land your gaze strong, take up a lot of space. Broaden across the collarbones. And trust in the strength and stability of the legs for one more breath. Big breath in. Exhale, windmill, hands down, frame your front foot. Step back, maybe float the left toes. Find your flow. We meet in downward facing dog. Energetic breaths. Hopefully building some fire now through the belly. Big breath in. Big breath out. Walk the hands back towards your toes. Let's come to a fold at the back of the mat. You might even grab opposite elbows or invite in a gentle sway from side to side. Maybe making some noise. You might even flutter your lips. And then release any grip, bending into the knees. Roll yourself up. Come to stand tall in mountain pose, Tadasana. Receive a breath. So hopefully feeling a little bit more sturdy, a little bit more stable through the core for some balancing. All right. Let's plug into the left leg to start. And pick your right knee up. Feel that left ankle help to stabilize you. You could keep your hands on your hips, or maybe extend your arms up overhead. Stay here or add on, take a breath in. Exhale, kick the right heel forward. Flex activate that right foot. Soften your shoulders. Rib cage draws in. Beautiful. One more breath. Nice. Stepping forward now onto that right foot, coming into toppling tree. Or you might find warrior 3 by keeping those arms lengthening forward. Kick back through that left heel. So maybe toppling tree, you sweep your arms back behind you. Long, energetic line through the crown of the head. Out the back heel. One more breath. Good. Start to come back to stand tall. Let's take mountain pose. Maybe a little wiggle. And then reground, regroup. And for the second side. Plugging into the right foot this time, pick the left knee up. Just start by finding your balance. You might stay here. You might keep the toes on the floor. Maybe it's hands to hips. Maybe you extend the arms up. Maybe you add on, take a breath in. Exhale, kick that left heel away from you this time. Ooh, find that stability. Allow yourself to play and laugh. If the stability isn't quite there today, one more breath. Stepping forward onto the left foot, float into toppling tree or warrior 3. Flex into that back foot. Again, those arms could keep reaching forward. Maybe they sweep back. Kick the wall, the space behind you, away from you. Open through your heart, open through your collarbones, energize through your arms for one more breath. Beautiful. Come back to mountain pose at the top of your mat. Pull your palms together. Receive a few breaths. Let's flow. Inhale, reach up, look up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale to fold, Uttanasana. Lift on an inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your palms, walk, step. Maybe you hop back and lower to Chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra, upward facing dog, strong legs. Exhale, down dog. Hips high. And take a peek forward on an inhale. On your exhale, make your way to a seat. You could hop, you could walk, you could swing the heels around, or maybe cross at the ankles and hop through. Good. Just a little bit more core. And starting in a nice tall seat. Let's take the hands to the backs of the thighs and start to float onto toes. This could be enough core work here for sure. You might float those shins, pointing, flexing the feet as long as they're active. Working to stabilize here, maybe floating the fingertips forward, open through the heart. And breathe. We've done a lot of work for the core already, so it's ready for this shape. Good. Stay here, or maybe lowering down to your low boat, hovering the heels and shoulders. For 3, you got this. For 2, stay with your breath. For 1, lowering everything down. Releasing the hips, a little wiggle. Good. And And starting to slow the breath down, bringing the heart rate back down. Let's bring the feet back to where we started, soles of the feet on the floor. We'll take a bridge pose, planting your palms down beside your hips. Take a breath in. Exhale, hips come high, plugging into the big toe mounds, reaching the knees forward, feeling that length across the thighs, across the hip flexors, and then feeling that stability of the core, rib cage drawing in. One more breath. And when you're ready, lowering the hips down. Let's take the arms out towards the sides and walk the feet to the outer edges of your mat. Let your knees knock in towards the center. If this shape doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can certainly take any other resting shape. And stay here for as long as you need. Thank yourself for stepping onto your mat again today, committing to this journey, diving deeper into your practice. So grateful to have you here, so grateful to share this space with you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you.